Hello there, great person. Welcome to Let's Watch The Expanse. Today we're at episode 9 of season 2, The Weeping Somnambulist, which is weirdly translated in my Amazon title. Anyway, we will just see where this goes, what the protomolecule on Ganymede did. I hope we get some more stuff about that. I hope we get some more Miles stuff. Love to have Prex on the team now, and we'll just enjoy the show and see what horrors it has in store for us. So, without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my web novel. It's for free in the pinned comment. Volume 1 done. You know the drill. Get there, like it, read it, all the good stuff, and let's dive into The Expanse and have some fun. Here we go. So somnambulism is sleepwalking, if I remember correctly, and yeah, we'll see. Oh, so it's a relief ship towards Ganymede. Is this the past? Are we gonna get some tragic stuff?
They're treating us as if we were the criminals.
I mean, are you?
Down. This is harassment.
Oh, it's the same as with Diogo's uncle, I think.
Why are they jamming our call?
Yeah, let's see what this actually is about, because they might want to cover up what's up there, so yeah. I love the Martian uniforms, man. They look really cool. Though they look a bit like paintball suits.
Look.
Here.
He was pretty quick. I like that. Like, he knows, like, don't talk to them, just do it.
I'm gonna have to search the rest.
What are they looking for? The protomolecule? Other stuff? I don't know.
Let's waste some more time.
Are those the same two ding-dongs we had in season 1? I can't really tell. I'm very bad with faces, you know that. So what are they looking for, though? Stowaways, protomolecule, mutants jumping at our throats.
Just food and medicine for Ganymede. We're not transporting.
Yeah, they don't care. Don't talk to them. Just let them, yeah. Come on, man. Why are you... I know it's, like, really... Anyway. I'm gonna put it... I know they are assholes here, like the people boarding the ship, but you don't want to get killed. Like, we had Diogo's uncle killed. I think they know probably that they might be, like... I'm unsure. Martians do seem to think of themselves as high and mighty and have a good reputation and stuff. But there are some people that just use their positions to, like, exert power here. And these might be the same people that killed Diogo's uncle, like, per proxy. But I don't remember that. But, like, she's antagonizing them here. Why is she doing that? Why would you ever antagonize them? I don't understand that. Perhaps I'm too docile of a person and too trying to get some harmony. But, like, why would you do that? Why would you go and, like we showed you this. I get it. I would be pissed. I would be pissed too, really pissed. But, like, why endanger yourself? I don't get that. I don't get that.
That's everything. You satisfied?
Oh my god. Why is she going in front of him though?
Calm down.
Oh, come on, man. Why? This is dangerous what she's doing though, yeah. Oh. It's Holden? Okay, that's cool. Okay, I like that. So is this the past?
Wait. I know
Is that the past?
this. All over Sirius Station.
Okay, they fuck with them. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't see Amos through the visor. See, I'm bad with faces. Like, you know, it's now pretty obvious. So you all laughed at me one more time, and now we forget this ever happened. But, like, yeah, they were not dangerous, though. I don't even know. Is Holden dangerous now? He killed a bunch of dudes in a war crime. Look at his face. Like, the actor's nailing this again, by the way. But, like, look at his face here. Look at Holden's face. He's like... Is he mad that he got discovered? Is he mad that he had to hurt someone? What the fuck is going on inside his head? Like, Amos is just having a field day. You're like, oh, I'm wearing a suit now, fuck you. Because it's Amos, I love Amos. But, like, what's going on here? Like, they still don't know, by the way, that like I know they probably do know now know that James Holden's not antagonistic. You know what I mean? Or at least not from Mars. Though that might be even more dangerous, you know, because he's not doing what, like, he's not, like, perhaps he's a hero for them. I don't know, we'll see. I know we will see, but yeah. Oh, someone's dropping. Where to are you dropping? Why is there no friction? Why is there no friction? Are they already so deep? I don't know. I know they're dropping onto Earth here. I think it's the hearing we've been hearing about. The hearing we've been hearing. I'm sorry. I get that. So Draper's there. Martins is there. Yeah.
You need to take 1 dose of each of these every day.
Would that even be enough?
Muscle fatigue inhibitor.
I'm unsure if this is enough, actually.
Osteo X, which is a rapid bone density inhibitor.
Yeah.
When we land.
It's not the landing I imagined.
Interesting. Yeah, I was imagining landing in war. Yeah. I guess. No.
I forgot it.
No, she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it.
Because I have orders to follow too, and the defense minister wants you wearing this.
Interesting. She's not going to do that. No way in hell she's going to do that.
There's a lot riding on you, Gunny.
Yeah. But she wants to go to war. Like, it's just like she's a ticking time bomb. Like, I get it. Again, I get it. Like, these characters make a lot of sense. It's just like you're running into a situation that's like, you're gonna make it worse. She's gonna make this worse. I think she might not. I would like both. Actually, I would like both outcomes because I can believe that she would honor Mars more than her own agenda. But that is the question she has to face here. Like, she's been told, or I don't know if she's really been told, but she's lived all her life thinking, I have to defend Mars from Earth. She defended Mars, not from Earth, but from weird goo people. But at least she defended it, arguably, on Ganymede. And now she has to pretend she fucked up. Like, she didn't protect Mars. And in so she would protect Mars, arguably, again. So, like, that's a very nice conundrum they've put this character in. A character, mind you, that's really, really trigger happy a lot of the time. Because she's young and she's a rebel. And she thinks, like there's a lot of psychological stuff going on in her head. Obviously, we've talked about that before as well. But, like, she's a ticking time bomb. Like she's like Diogo, by the way. I think she and Diogo are very, very similar. It's just that Diogo has not really grown up in a structure, and she has grown up in a very, very, very rigid structure, I would assume. And she is the hope of the greenery in her heart, and Diogo just wants to see the world burn a bit and be the checker. Do you say that in English? In Germany, we say you're the checker, which is like the gangster boss man. You know, I like that as well. I've not realized those parallels, actually. See, that's why I talk. I figure out stuff on my own then for myself. But yeah, so that's very interesting. I really want to see where this goes. Also, I'm really unsure how this would work. How long could you actually, if you're from Mars, which is 0.3, I think, the gravity of Earth, about that, how would you even survive for like 3 or 4 days having that permanent? I'm really unsure if bones, like, I know they said bone density and oxygen, which is like, yeah, you would have to definitely do that, but wouldn't there be other things? Like, would you not be more prone to, like, what was it, capillars, or what are the little tiny blood vessels popping and stuff in your eyes, in your brain? I really don't know. I really fucking have no clue. I'm not a medicine doctor of physics and psychology, so I mean, you can't fault me for that. And that thing should be on fire. I mean, I don't know when it stops. Like, I mean, if you have terminal velocity, I would assume you're on fire if you fall from space. Would you? I do think so. At least the speed. I mean, okay, let's see. like, let's assume this is correct. They're not on fire, so they must have decelerated before. So they should have thrusters going against Earth's gravity, because otherwise they would burn up, I think. So, like, at least they would be glowing, like, you know, heat shields and stuff. I know. I really like this though. Okay, I see there they decelerate, and they land in Manhattan, I guess. Is she getting dizzy? She should get dizzy. I don't trust him either, though. By the way, I somehow don't trust him. Oh my god. Isn't the dream of Mars an ocean as well? But if they've got... because the ocean's dirty. Yeah. Oh, so they land in the ocean. That's quite poetic. It's like they crawl out of the mud like an evolution. Haha, that... Yeah, shouldn't you be a lot, like, you shouldn't be able to move like this? No way in hell.
Been here before, will remember it's not a long walk to the embassy.
Yeah.
One likes to fly a lot of drones around our compound.
Yeah, I guess so.
If the Blues anything to laugh about.
Oh, it's the sun. They're not used to the sun as well. Why is she not doing that? Is she not ordered to do that? Like, she's so prideful. He also saw that she didn't have it. Why would he buff now when he's coming out?
No, sir.
I guess she trained, like, wouldn't the sun be brighter on Mars without atmosphere? It would be less bright because it's smaller, obviously, but... yeah. I don't know. Also, she's carrying a fucking bag. No way in hell she's carrying a bag. Fuck you, no. I know I'm a puppy pooper. Puppy pooper. I don't think she would. Oh, seagull. Symbolism for freedom, of course. But, like...
The arbogast is near.
Yeah. You know, that's like, why would she be able to walk like that? I don't know. But that's very interesting. I like that they... like this dream of the ocean. So let me get this straight though. So they have converted their atmosphere against radiation. I think they said that, or you said that at least to me, which I don't buy that. I don't buy that they have a magnetic field of some sorts, because they haven't explained to me, and I don't think the technology should be available to this type of civilization. But I mean, fine, it's science fiction. I will buy that. Just my 2 cents on that. But they have it, so we can work with that. So they have an atmosphere, and I would assume the Mars atmosphere would. I mean, they're trying greenhouse effect, probably, I assume as well, assumption. But wouldn't the ice caps have melted on Mars? Wouldn't that the first thing you kind of want to do, like melt them? So it cools down, like it gets more humid climate as well. I really am sure. I'm sure. Like, might be. So, anyway.
Of the Eris impact site by now.
Yeah, that's probably true. But what was it? Oh, is Dickface McDiggers here again?
I've been getting personal updates from Colonel Janus.
I would.
Oh, Colonel Janus is there. Okay.
I think one of us needs a clear head for peace to really get a chance.
Yeah, that is true. So he might want peace because otherwise he's fired, so to speak. So I guess that's his problem.
I have some drone surveillance of a Martian puking as soon.
Why not?
If you need a cheap laugh in the meantime.
Why is that a laugh? I don't get why they would laugh. I know why they would laugh. Okay.
Diplomacy. We should.
So both of them are going. I would want her more there than him. I mean, then again, he's a businessman. He might actually stay cool.
Contact with Jules Pierre Mouse since Eros.
Ooh, that's also a very good question. He might still be alive. Of course he's alive, but that is true though.
That's why I have an inside man.
Okay, so we have another inside man. Who is that this time? We will see it now. So I know why. So just to yes, I know you know why they would laugh. I think they would laugh because the Martians are so prideful. But if they puke the moment they set foot on Earth, they're like, they might be like, yeah, you always spout your nonsense about being better than Earthers, but you can't even handle standing on the planet you abhor so much because you're too weak. I guess that's the idea. I really am unsure. Like, if Aaron Wright thinks he can save himself by being a good diplomat here, I think he would pull it off. So I know I'm giving him a lot of shit because I like giving people a lot of shit because they're not real here in these shows. So I don't know. Avasarala also might be a good diplomat. Aaron Wright might get killed. I don't know why I just said that, but I do think that there's a possibility that he somehow gets killed. I don't think he would get killed here, though. It might be, though. Wouldn't that be possible that Gunnar? Is that her name? Man, I don't know her name. But like she might kill him. Because Aaron Wright is a big character, but not the biggest character. Love the actor, though. Like, the actor of Aaron Wright really sells it as well. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. So what will they see? This is a small ship, though, as well. How are they accelerating so quickly?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I believe. I didn't think you had any useful skills.
That burn.
He's the J silent.
So it's Colonel Ames?
Oh my god, that's... Oh my god.
Mind saying I'm getting rather excited about all this.
But they seem pretty friendly. I think he's just teasing. Oh, okay. I mean, they are.
Coming up with all these crazy theories about how they worked.
I mean... Yeah, but... It is kind of magic, isn't it?
When I grew up and I learned the real explanation for the stars.
Yes. See, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
Everybody else around you is stupid.
Just
I mean, might be.
It's little gray humanoids with big black eyes who've come to turn us.
It's actually funny. I mean, he is a bit of a conspiracy nut, though. You know what I mean? But at least he's right here.
You sleazed your way into this mission.
Yes. That's true.
To support your position. That's not just bad science.
Ooh. Interesting.
Don't know why we didn't see this before.
Must be a stealth.
So he's her mole. I guess he's her mole. I mean, isn't it a bit obvious? Shouldn't Janus know that he's... Anyway. So I like that little thing he said, though. Like, because that's really real. Like, the scientific community is often like this. Like, they will come up with hypotheses and they test them. And if they don't work, they will try to bend their data sometimes a bit and stuff. Like, it's not that bad most of the time. But like, take string theory, for example. They've modified and calculated for almost 30 years, now 20 to 30 years on that. And like, they never had physics results. Like, they had great mathematical results, I think, if I understand it correctly, which I don't fully, which is like, it's not my thing. But like, people get biased by what they want to see. And for example, the dark matter thing as well. Like, we've got the curves of galaxy rotation and stuff. And like, some people just want to find stuff in data. Like, we do have safeguards against stupidity reigning in theory, which is, for example, the 5 sigma. I don't know if I've talked about it in these reactions. So if you interpret your data and you make a fit, which is basically trying to model data with your model, and if the model is not off by more than 5 sigma, more than 5 sigma, it's like the probability that the model works and is accepted as the thing we now use by the community. Like, it's like decided by the community, though, that the 5 sigma, like, for example, Higgs particle, like when they found the Higgs particle in 2012, I think it was 4th July 2012, and they found it, and they confirmed basically we have 5 sigma. So they were like, so the measurements were more than 5 sigma accurate, so to speak. I'm trying to use more layman's terms here. And that's how they decided the particle exists, which means like the particle should be there. We have the model for it, and the model fits so well. Like, or like the probability that our model fit being erroneous is less than, I don't know, 0.00001% or something. Like, I made that up, that number, but it is basically close to that. Perhaps 1 or 2 zeros more or less. But like, that's how we do it. And that's how we try to stay objective. But the interpretation of data is always subjective. Always. Science is not objective. It's not. We try to be. Science tries to be. It's like we try to be, but we're not. And you can see that by exactly these things, like the 5 sigma. Or in psychology, you have, I don't know, measurements for how good a correlation is, so to speak, and how strong the factors you measure. And the benchmarks are decided by the community. It's subjective. And that alone is something very important, I feel, to understand about science. Like, you might have data and you might have uncertainties, but within that, like, noise and the data, like, you have to put models into that, and you have to decide when the model is like, yes, it's a successful model, and we decide that. It's not something you can look up somewhere, or at least not initially. Like, it's a community-driven thing, and so your biases can creep into these processes as well. And yeah, anyway.
From the drive signature, probably a destroyer.
So we do have some Martian shit here. Let's see what they do, but I don't think so. I don't think that's... Might be... what's his name? What's his face? The of the company they had. Mao. Might be Mao.
Doesn't look like we've attracted any attention.
Yeah, probably not.
Not my first rodeo, Chief.
So they want to go down to Ganymede? That's what they want to do, right? Are they gonna comply? Are they gonna help them?
Because we need a ship to get us on the Ganymede station.
No. But is Ganymede station even open?
This can save lives.
And they'll get where they're needed.
Yeah, you promised that to the other... Yeah, I don't believe them. You promised to the other fucking doctors that, yeah, they would go away, but yeah.
Whether you believe it or not.
Hard to sell, though. She's a bit of an... I don't know. She doesn't take shit, though.
So, have any of you been to Ganymede recently?
Yeah, have you?
Want? Maybe we could help you.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't want to involve them, but yeah.
You don't know me, but I was a colleague.
Okay. Oh, that's probably something. Yeah. Oh, so that's what he's doing to get on Ganymede. He's just recording something that's a sob story that makes them enter, yeah.
Out of the station when the mirrors fell.
Oh no, it's a real recording, okay.
Be with you, but...
Oh, wow, that's dark. Wow, he tries to not stoke the fires of war. That's so heroic.
Well, he wouldn't have even been on the ship with me if she hadn't helped.
Wow.
So I want to say I'm sorry.
Wow, the guilt, man. But he's a good man. He doesn't want to, like, project his personal tragedy to revenge fantasies or anything.
And then what she did for me.
So he could have stayed on Ganymede, so they just rescued him, so to speak, because they were all in a panic. I guess that's the idea. Oh, that's gonna be sent when he dies. Oh no, he's gonna die. I mean, why tapping it 5 times? It says unauthorized.
Amos!
Interesting. Interesting. He's really a schlock. Like, he's basically fucked by everything here. I mean, Amos is not there, we know that, but... Like, he's a big man, not blaming the people venting, the Earthers. I mean, what good would it do? It was just an asshole doing it, but yeah.
You didn't answer me when I called.
Does he want him to send it?
Come on, we need you upstairs.
Ask him to send it. Yeah, good. Will Amos do it, though?
That doesn't make a difference.
Why can't I?
Yeah, what's the quest problem here?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I also don't think so, but he's like... Yeah. They asked the question.
Help me.
I mean, I get that they want to be cautious, but the message is clean. Perhaps they don't. Okay, okay. I do think they might want them to think that he died, because then no one will look for him, and no one will know that they have a connection to May and potentially the Cortazar friendly pediatrician. I don't know what to call him. I forgot his name. I know the actor though. I don't remember from where. Okay, but I guess that they don't let him send that message. I'm just so worried that he will die and the message will be sent or something, because that's like emotional stuff they set up here. I don't want to lose him yet. I hope he stays along. But this is like writing-wise, this is like a red flag for him. Not necessarily. Like it's not one of the big ones, but this might be used later to get an emotional response from me, which it will. It will get an emotional response from me. You know that. So anyway, let's go for their talk. Can they even eat stuff? Like their stomachs, can they digest anyway?
To land you at night and spare you the shock of our...
Yeah, I guess no one could do it.
Not at all. I was a Marine for 45 years.
No, really. I guess that's fair that they train. They're like, yeah, I know. But I don't think that can really prepare you.
It's nice to be...
Just saying, I will let it play out after this. I do think training in 1G, you need to train for like a day or two. Would they do that? I don't know. Perhaps if they did that, then I will give them that. Like, yeah, they might be used to this. Yeah. But like the biological effects are something that worry me more than like the will. I like that dick he did here.
Prime Minister does the same.
Okay, Secretary General, we haven't seen him or her yet. Interesting.
Of course. It's important to remember the terrible...
Yeah. It's really bad.
But it won't take long.
We're looking forward to it.
Interesting. I love that they like basically tell each other, fuck you, US. Yeah. I bet the generals, of course, think in war a bit, though not a lot, because some generals know like war is just horror. And I think a general's thing is to... well, that was quick. What an asshole. He's such a dick, man. What are they doing? Yeah, there it was. Interesting. I like the generals being at odds with each other. Like they can't show weakness, which is something I get that diplomacy is also not showing your belly to the enemy, which like, yeah, you know what I mean? But I liked Sutton because Sutton was like, come on, man, you can't just start a war. It's horror, you know? I really love this shot of Venus. She looks so beautiful here.
Hales.
They're trying to scare us away.
Are the Martians even, so to speak, alive?
Or they were prepared in advance to collect data on the field test.
Yeah, that's true.
Why they're going to open fire on us when they're in the middle of peace talks?
What exactly?
I mean, the message would take a long time. Yeah.
No, sir. But with their stealth tech...
Yeah, that is true. There could be more. Though the stealth is not visual, by the way, so...
This is the UNS Arbogast.
Arbogast is something with tree, I think.
Pacific mission, as is our right under the Venus Accords.
Oh, Venus is free for everyone? Interesting. I mean, you just burn up in the atmosphere and get compressed, so who gives a shit about Venus?
Arbogast.
Yeah. I get it.
All hands make ready for Venus.
Like, you can't land, you're dead if you land. Like, Venus, holy shit, Venus is so dangerous.
Dr. Strickland pulled your daughter out of there.
Oh, Strickland, yeah.
When we find him, I believe we'll find your daughter.
You can stop pretending.
Yeah, I don't think he gets that, yeah.
How do you know about that?
I told him.
Ooh, Amos told him, what the fuck? I like you, Amos, man. Just straight up, love it, yeah.
My friend saw it with our own eyes.
I love that, man.
But if it is there, a threat could be even worse than Arrow.
Yeah, you're running into hell.
Daughter. What was Strickland treating her?
Yeah, yeah.
Built-in premature immunosensinosis.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that means.
When she was 4 months old. She would have died if we'd been...
So the protomolecule, did they inject her with that shit?
He goes there to gestate. Pediatric care.
Yeah.
Strickland saw her, he knew exactly what was wrong.
So did they say because it was of Ganymede's magnetosphere? Yeah, that's funny. Like I just love this. Like it does. I did do 3D prints models of Ganymede. I have some in my office because for some of the classes we are teaching, or we want teachers to teach, is like you have a model of the Earth Moon and a model of Ganymede, and they have to decide which one is which. And they can obviously do it by looking at the surface because the moon has the mare you will recognize. But Ganymede, we put a magnet into it. So if you have a magnet, you can also figure out by that, which is fun. Like Ganymede is actually, I think in sci-fi, Ganymede is one of the moons of Jupiter that often are used to set humans on in stories, because I think the magnetosphere is such a good thing on Ganymede. I don't know what the gravity of it is. Don't know a lot of Ganymede facts, but Ganymede is a very good thing to potentially live for people.
He gave her regular injections.
What did he inject her with though?
Genetic disease. What's the
what is the connection?
In ruins, it's infrastructure.
But people are still there. People are still there.
We dock and then we'll intermingle with the locals.
With the locals, I love it.
Situation and take it from there.
Oh, you're gonna go in guns blazing? No.
You almost be very lucky.
You know what? Amos is almost like a Stargate character here. I kind of like it.
To an outgoing relief ship.
Okay, those are the other moons, Europa and the others. Callisto, Io, and Ganymede, right? Anyway.
Down to the dark side of Ganymede. Once I'm there.
Yeah. Dark side just means dark side because of probably radio silence there.
Surface, and we will rendezvous at one of these service.
Okay, let's see how fucking bad this will go.
Orbit can launch, heading straight at us.
Yeah. That will probably happen. I think that might happen. That's a cool action sequence I want to see, by the way. So I hope it happens. Yeah. So what are you gonna do here? So Draper, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do here? I like that they have light filtering things here in front of the windows. So I guess, yeah. Ooh, that's awesome. So I guess someone's gonna open the door and come in, I think, the way that's framed. Perhaps not. Okay, anyway. So I learned something new. Oh, what's that?
We have brought in the lone survivor of...
Let's see what she's gonna do. So we are almost done with the agenda if I go by the plan stated earlier. I should have analyzed that perhaps more, but at least let me make sure to do before she talks.
You're welcome to examine her power armor as well.
Let me actually go back to that. So what did we have? Okay, so they had damage assessments, exchange of casualty lists. Okay, there's some information. It's interesting that they would talk about all of that. Like, I've never been in a room like this, obviously, because I'm not a politician. It's like, so damage assessment, of course, they have to see what was damaged, so they can even be like, yeah, okay, what did you do to us? Potential reparations, I don't think that exists in this world necessarily, might be though. Exchange of casualty lists also potentially to find grounds for pointing fingers, so to speak. Like you point, like you're like, yeah, but you killed 15 people of mine, or you killed 20, so I guess you have to give me more stuff, and we have to be more lenient. And you know what? That's probably what they do with this. Agricultural impact on the belt, which is interesting. So they care for the belt a bit because obviously they get their water from there, I think. Current status of forces, obviously discussing trying to probe if any of those two want to secretly attack. Competent statement by Sergeant Draper is clear. And other business? What is other business? Just getting wasted and fucking, I don't know, do some, anyway. And then adjournment. But those are just like where is the, like, and I'm not gonna lie, other business will probably be a party where the deals will be made. Like, there might be something official, but why would they close with the Draper statement? Why, where is the, what do we do now point? Like, that's missing here. But then again, it might be veiled somewhere. Anyway.
And on the ground.
So let's see what Draper's gonna do. Oh, she's called Roberta. Okay, she's called like April from Parks and Recreations. I can remember that.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see what she's actually gonna do here.
Systems were badly damaged, but the logs will corroborate.
Oh no, is there a protomolecule on her armor? That would be so bad.
Be very informative.
He's such a dick.
Control the MCRN zone Bravo on Ganymede.
Yeah, is she gonna talk about the thing?
We observed movements on the UNN line approximately.
Yeah, and then?
Fire on you?
No, sir. We were out of contact.
Interesting. So will she?
Gear or conducting some sort of training.
Interesting.
We also had lost contact with our...
Okay, that's good. I know I shouldn't pause it, but I think it's good. That's a good set out. So she's like, but is she supposed to say this? Like, because I think both sides could sell this to each other to save face. Like, being like, they did a training, they mistook it, they, like, something fired and everything go haywire. I think that would be reasonable. I think this is a good thing. It's gonna get fucked in the air in a moment. I'm sure of it because this is a show I'm watching and we need conflict. So yeah, let's go. Will she talk about the weird proto-zombie ass shit?
100 meters, which would have put them on our side of the zone.
Yeah, so they were protecting themselves. Avasarala might want to talk to her though.
We mistook a training exercise as an active engagement.
Okay, so she's going with her story. Avasarala is like, what the fuck? Why would she say that? Yeah, this is weird. She knows this is bullshit.
The responsibility is...
She did it. Interesting.
Station. That's on you too. According to our investigation.
Yeah.
Richard Travis.
Ooh, interesting.
His parents emigrated to Mars.
Wow, they throw him under the bus. Wow, she's... Wow.
Earther. And what better way to do that than to...
Wow, that's dirty. She's not going to stand with that. Is she? Avasarala smelled something fishy.
Thank you, Sergeant.
What's she going to do? Is she going to just go away? Interesting. Is she going to turn around? Just, oh my god, I'm so tense. Oh god, what are you going to do? Are you just going to walk away? Okay, she indeed did just walk away. Yeah, Avasarala knows she was full of shit and she didn't want to say that.
To discuss reparations.
Yeah, reparations. Okay, indeed, they have reparations. Interesting, yeah. Avasarala knew that was shit. She's gonna have her eye on her now. I like that though. I actually want Draper to talk to Avasarala somehow in the next 2 episodes. Because I do think that will be so fascinating to see. I think like that was a gut punch. Like she almost broke when like they threw him under the bus there after like he was basically bullied by the others, which is true. Like it's true, he was bullied and like she stopped it. Did she even stop it? Was it her that stopped it? Or was it Sutton? I don't remember if Sutton or she stopped it. I think it was actually Sutton. Might have been Sutton that stopped it. I like that. I like that they threw him under the bus and not her as well. So they protected her here as well. I thought they would throw her under the bus and that's why she would get a medal. But I like that. Like they played that smoothly, both sides. So they have a scapegoat that's dead. So they're like, okay, the you hate us thing is done. Like we have our excuse. And not gonna lie, and this, like, let's get our tinfoil hat. So I do think that in many cases where we get news from militaries or incidences or anything, and nowadays it's harder for them to do, but I do think sometimes they do tell the story the way it's de-escalating, which they should. Like, don't get me, I do think Is it okay to lie there? I would say yes. I would say, like, in this situation, they are de-escalating the shit out of it. And yes, they bury the problem is here that it is true that they didn't, like, it is, like, let me actually think how I phrase this. So it is true that there were animosities. Like, we do know that. Obviously, they were. And the animosities probably led to them shooting at each other as well in orbit. But the fact that, like, they ran away from the proto thing, like, that's so unrealistic. No one would ever believe that. So they tell a next best story where almost everyone can keep their face. And even Draper kept her face here because it was just one of her men with discipline problems, or not her who fired the first shot, which I misunderstood before. I thought they would say she fired it, but no, it was just her unit, and she was. Perhaps I misread this, but the way I saw it or I understood it, this was she was prepared to go down for a planet. Because she believes in it more than her, actually, like, it's adult. I would have not thought she would do it. So very good character development here. But I was so anxious, but good character development. But I assumed she would just go haywire here. Which is lovely writing, absolutely beautiful writing here. The whole scene and situation and her character here. So she grew a lot here. She might have that pent up psychologically, that, like, realistically that would probably happen. She didn't change. She just chose. Perhaps that makes her future choices more clear where she stands. That might be healthy. But sometimes this situation, if she just did it in the moment's notice and she's still on the brink and she doesn't know, that might be panting up or whatever you say in the background. She will go fucking haywire down the line. So we might have a Draper gets more peaceful arc, or a Draper loses her shit arc. I don't know which it will be. Both would be awesome. But yeah, and that's why I thought she might have thought that they would throw her under the bus as well. Might be. But because she was shocked that they threw the Eartha under the bus that was on her team, she didn't see that coming. They didn't tell her. But it is they saved her ass. Like, they did not blame it on her. She was just reporting now. It was not her fault. Like, it was her command. But in the end, it was just from their perspective, just an asshole being hot-headed. Which she was, by the way. She was the hothead. He wasn't. He was not the hothead. She was that. Like, so they ascribed as well her characteristics to him. Perhaps also to help her work through that, by the way. Which is, you see what your characteristics would have led to and how people see them. Potentially, and then she walked out of there, just walked out. There might not be repercussions for her now, and anyway. But I want Avasarala, she smelled that there was bullshit.
They didn't have to say all that crap about.
Yeah.
This was a good soldier. He died.
Yeah, but they saved you, I think. Yeah.
And if that story stops a war
that
we do.
I agree completely here. Yeah. I agree here. So she didn't understand that they saved her as well, I think. She really did well, but this is the problem. Okay, so she's going to pend it up now, or to, that's the problem here. And what then? Will she be just discharged, or will she be in service? If she's in service, she's a loose cannon as well.
Open the shades.
Yeah, she's gonna look at the sun. Yeah. She's gonna look at it and hate it. Okay, so she's building up hate here. Okay, that's bad. I was hoping she would think through it a bit more, but yeah.
Realized the one who fired the first shot was born on Earth.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, so that's the Secretary General.
You can get, of course.
What is his name? Sorrento. I'm sorry, it's like the president of the world, so I didn't see his name before. General Secretary Sorrento. Gleatus? Don't know.
Get, of course.
With pleasure.
Okay, so she's just supposed to get some things. Yeah, she knows.
Almost purpose-built.
Don't like her gift horse.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But they didn't intend to fight, and they know now.
Interesting. No. She read Draper, I think. That's the problem.
Horse trading.
I like that. Man, like the Earth politics storyline just has got my favorite thing again. Like, I just love that. So Really love that. Avasarala just buy it though, which is logical. I get Aaron Wright's point though, like that view is also solid because they don't know they're weird fucking aliens. Though the scientists told them there might be, so at least they're not completely unprepared when it might happen. Oh, Sonya. Is someone gonna die again?
I really put my foot in this batch, partner.
Fuck you, someone's gonna die here. Last time you gave us lasagna, fucking Miller died and flew to Venus, you shit. I love him. Shit, I love him. I'm so conflicted about this. I'm so anxious. No, Prax, don't die. Come back, please. You've got a message stored. Anyway. I love the mechanicality of their equipment and stuff.
Rossi and I'll be ready and waiting for your call.
Okay, let's see where this goes. Oh my god.
See you soon. Somnambulist out.
Sleepwalker, it's such an awesome name though. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah. Man, Jupiter looks so awesome. What is that debris though? What is all that debris?
To repair the egg.
What's that debris? Wait. Perhaps I'm stupid. Like... Ah, that's too bad you can't see it. Are those supposed to be galaxies? Like, oh god, here, and here. You see that? Oh god, you see that debris, right? It's a bit denser. Like I know the starry sky is always a bit irregular, but there are dense spots. Is that around the moons? Whatever.
And lastly, the MCR will cover 61.
Okay, 61.5%, at least that. But you can't repair them. They are proto-zombies there.
Case will split the cost 50-50.
Interesting. I like that.
We wouldn't have damaged anything if you hadn't precipitated.
That is true, though.
For full control of Ganymede?
I think that covers everything.
Oh, okay, they're joking, yeah. Yes. Okay.
Get one.
I love that they just bullshit each other. That's actually pretty funny. Are they gonna go? Yeah, she's gonna fucking grill her.
Just little things I need her to clarify.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a party. Yeah, I need them to talk. Oh my god, I need them to talk.
And would be fatigued from sitting in a chair.
Interesting, yeah.
Regrettable to undo the progress we've made.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she knows the shit is up. Aaron Wright's on her side though, I like that. That he has her back weirdly. Like Aaron Wright is so fascinating because... Oh, she's in front of all of them, that's bad. I like that Aaron Wright... Aaron Wright is pretty good at his job if he's not corrupt. I like that kind of, like he's skillful. Like he's not there because he's an asshole. Like, no, he is there because he's an asshole, but that's like his job description here a bit. And I love the way they played that scene. It's like very realistic, I guess. It's like, that's what I said, it's like businessmen. Like they know, or it's like even funnier. It's like on the schoolyard, some people like having dicks at each other, like from, did you have that in your school as well? Like if you are in, I don't know what it's called in English, parallel classes. So in Germany, we have like this class 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, and those were also with each other all the time a bit. And they like had like competitions and stuff, and they kept digging at each other, but they never really were at war or anything. That's how this felt. Like they were like, oh, it's fine, let's just do it. And they would have gotten wasted after this. No fucking lie, they would have gotten wasted. I'm so sure of this. I know these things. They would have gotten wasted. Probably not that wasted like in internal things, but they will get drinks after this together. Anyway, so but now let's see. Draper still has pent up anger. Let's see what happens here. I love that they do this. I can't wait. Let's see. Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Go.
Tell me, if you could choose.
That is a very interesting question.
I want to do my part to make Mars a new Earth.
She has to be diplomatic as well.
A dear friend told me that.
Aww. Yeah. Did Aaron Wright kill him? Aaron Wright killed him. Let him kill. Or Mao. Yeah, he knows though.
live on basic assistance, which
That is interesting.
you call them takers.
Yeah, okay.
It's just that we can't give them enough opportunity.
Wow, that's actually revealing a lot.
Wherever I goddamn like.
Yes, interesting. She is psychologically warfaring out here. Yeah.
They gave up everything to go to Mars.
Yeah, she's, yeah.
Son, I'm
Yeah.
sure Travis believed in that dream
Oh my god, she has her at her weakness as well.
for being from Earth.
Ooh, this is gonna be so interesting. But isn't that playing into her hands here? That's playing into the story.
One of my best.
Yeah.
Training that made him, as you said, one of your...
Yeah.
Travis would jeopardize the lives of his fellow...
Yeah, interesting. I mean...
No, then why would he open fire with...
Interesting.
Then why did he fire?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she has them.
No, he was trying to kill.
Yeah, the enemy. That's gonna be interesting.
What he did, he wasn't wearing a vac suit.
Sergeant Draper.
Ooh. Ooh. They got the proto-zombie shitter in the game. I like that. I like that. Like, that's so lovely done. I love that. I do think her reasoning is faulty that Avasarala did. I assume she knows. Because it's like, if you're in a panic mode, even if you're trained, if there is something in your brain that might trigger you, and they're not a special unit. I thought that. I mistakenly thought they were a special unit, but they're not. They're a common unit, I think, if I got it correctly. Like, they're a bit... Like, they sometimes get sent to missions, but they're not the Navy SEALs. Like, they're normal soldiers, so to speak, a bit more. If I got it correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, him pulling a trigger when thinking that some people were running at him with guns can happen. Can happen. But she just, she sold the shit out of that it can't happen. And because Draper knows it didn't happen, that triggered her story. And she got out of her that she was at war. And then Avasarala was like, because I do think, I'm not even sure, because Avasarala might believe in there's Mao is doing some shit stuff. That's in her head as well. She might have just Hail Married this. By the way, I will react to that movie when it is on streaming. I hope you will enjoy that reaction. I have not seen it and read the book, so people said it's cool. But just by that name, the Hail Mary phrase. So she Hail Married that, and she also sold it so cleverly. So she asked when she asked the question, I love that so much. When she asked the question, the enemy. So you fired something like you fired on the Earthers or on the That's actually good to her dialogue. The deadline was so well written. One of the best written lines. Yeah. So you were fired upon.
So you were fired upon.
No.
Yeah, here.
So you were fired upon.
No, he was.
So you were fired upon. That is basically giving Mars an out as well, which is I misheard it, but it's good. Giving Mars an out, that they were fired upon. Okay, so the story doesn't make that much sense. That would be good, but her saying he wanted to kill the enemy,
Trying to kill the enemy. I didn't even know what it was.
and then she lets this slip. That's so interesting. Why would she even talk about this? Why would she says he, even though it was a genderless blue zombie thing, I guess it looked like a man. I don't know. But that's so awesome though. And she has no reason to make this up. So either it's psychological damage, which she already established it can't be because she's a trained soldier and all that stuff. She rambled that. So she might have she might at least have that information now, even if they, yeah. Aaron Wright was like, oh shit, what the fuck as well.
Where the fuck you are? Stand down.
What? It's actually pretty badass. Interesting. Does he know though?
Do as you've been instructed.
Yeah,
Sergeant.
he might not be sure though. Also, he manipulated her with her father so much, but now, yeah. Yeah, she's gonna do it now. I like that though. Oh, holy shit, that's awesome. I like that. She goes back to the story. But she got enough. She got enough. She got enough information. See, she leans back. She's relaxed now. She's relaxed now. That was so well done. She fucked her up. Like that was a good way of letting her slip that. What a well-written scene. What a well-written scene. Love that, man. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm so glad they gave me that scene this episode. They could have given that next episode or something, but I like that they did it this time. I love that this show just doesn't, nothing feels like stalling or filler. They love that. It's so cool. So yeah, but they know she just let that slip. And that was like, and like, if you can read people, you know she's full of shit, so to speak. Yeah, and afraid. She was afraid as well, which is like scary.
But they've masked every one of our course changes.
Okay, let's see what they're doing.
How much further to the Eros impact site?
I mean,
I think it'll be much longer.
So didn't it burn up? Oh, what's that? I've seen this before. Oh my god, I've seen this formula before. I don't know what it is though. Is it life? Is it probability of life or something?
Well, it's just a bit of science here.
Probability of life.
Looks like 6th grade algebra.
No, it's too many variables, you ass fuck. Yeah.
Formation times the fraction.
Yeah, it's the, yeah, it is that one.
Fraction of those that could develop life.
Yeah, it's the life equation. I'm glad I remember that one.
It's not an equation. That's just a...
One moment. Yeah, so sorry for the absence. You didn't notice, but for me it was a bit longer because my daughter is indeed afraid of excavators and we had to calm down. Anyway, they're pretty scary, like with lights and yeah. Actually, my screen did turn off. Let's see if anything. Oh yeah, brilliant. Ah, there it is back again. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is that this formula is, the first thing is, make sure you get a shot of it. So it is indeed the life equation thing. I know, whatever. I like that they use it though, like there it is in its full glory. So I would have not been able to call out all of them. So n is the number of habitable planets, I think. So I don't know. I do think it is also the probability of us receiving the signal, hence the L here, you know, because otherwise it's only like how likely is it that a planet develops life. And I think this or the last two are for detecting it. So yeah. F is a frequency, N is a number, L is a length, and R is a constant, which is a physics thing, like F is a frequency always. So this is frequency planet, this is frequency life, frequency intelligent, frequency, I don't remember what the C was, light travel thing. I know he explained it, I just heard it half an hour ago because my child was screaming into my ear. So but that's how I would actually deduce that again. I know he said it as well. So, and NE is a number of Earth-like planets, probably. Yeah. But I do think he said fractions. So anyway, and this is the constant of, I don't know. But let's assume each of these is 0.001. These, like the probability will still be like, what would it be? 0.001 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not discontinuing this because I'm not interested in if we reach the line, like if the signal reaches a spot, the other, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0.01, it's 10 to the power of minus 3 times 6. It is milli, micro, nano, pico, femto, atto. It is 1 atto%, so to speak. Let's say that a planet develops life that can travel at like, or that can like spread out signals at light speed. But if we go to intelligence, it's one less, so it would probably be milli, micro, nano, pico, femto. A femto, not 50%, but a femto, one femto thing. I mean, it's 10 to the power of minus 15. 10 to the power of minus 15 that a planet develops life. And how many planets are there in the universe? I will actually look that up. In non-universe, what do they estimate? Yeah, it's apparently 10 to the power of 24, so it cancels out. So they are in the known universe by this very, 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 very rough calculation, 10 to the power of 9 intelligent civilizations out there in the known universe. And I know my numbers were made up, and like they are probably, but 10 to the power of 3 at least, I guess, perhaps even more. And that's just the known universe, the observable universe. And he also says, like, it's just an estimation, it's just a gamble, blah, blah, blah. And yes, but these chances exist. We know these chances exist somehow because we are it. We are this. You know, so it happened once, so we know it exists, like the possibility exists. It is interestingly, this is a bit of a random tangent here, but it's interestingly qualitative versus quantitative research in a way. So we have anecdotal evidence, which is qualitative research, dives into anecdotal evidence very deeply, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing it a bit and reducing it a bit too much potentially, but that's what it is. So you like have anecdotal evidences and you try to document them very precisely from many angles, so it becomes kind of objective. And then you can transfer the quantitative stuff. And this is basically the step. So we know Earth has life that's intelligent, and we can send out signals with light speed, and they deteriorate. So we take that qualitative idea we have and try to extrapolate it quantitatively. And the fewer your sample size is, the worse, obviously, your estimation will be. And ours is shit. Like this one, like he's right, this is shit, but just the numbers. But we know these like constants exist. We know these values exist. We know that for sure because they exist once. They have to exist. The question is, though, which is why I was calculating, is the probability that, like, if we would estimate these correctly, without uncertainty, which we can't because we only have one sample. That is, by the way, why if we would find microbes on Mars or on Europa or something, this would be incredibly more precise. Because then we would have, what would we have? We would have this one here, because I would count moons then as Earth-led objects. So this number would jump up drastically. And all of this here would like jump up drastically with that because it's a product. I mean, obviously. So yeah, that's just the idea. So if we just find one more life form anywhere that's not intelligent, like we don't need intelligent, but we can calculate this here. Like if we find it in the solar system, we can calculate this number, and this number might actually be the number of solar systems then, by the way. You know, so that's why this anecdotal thing, like even one more example would help and make this formula incredibly more precise and the probability a lot higher, because we would know this here. We would know this factor like a lot better, because if there's one in the solar system, could be 100, we don't know, could be 1 in a trillion or 1 in 100. But if we found 2 in a solar system, it's a lot more likely. You know what I mean? I hope I get this across. I mean, statistics is very hard. I'm not that good at it as well. I mean, I have to be able, because it's quantum physics, it's statistics in a sense. But you know what I mean? So yeah, I love this formula though. That's how I would have done it as well. I actually thought of something like this before I knew the formula, because I do think it's just a very likely way of modeling this. And again, if your model, like if this model could predict all like correctly the planetary, like the number of intelligent life in our vicinity, like if you plug in numbers and it would, if it would predict it, then you would say 5 sigma, blah, 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 and all the stuff I talked about before, by the way. So we know that the numbers that they guessed here, or that this dude, what was he, Drake? That Drake guessed I don't even know if he guessed some or if he just put this together. Like if you guess numbers here and calculate it, you would then see how precise you were, how good the guess was, and then anyway, it's interesting that it harkens back to what we discussed before. But let's actually go to the thing. I do think it is connected to the Fermi paradox, obviously, because the Fermi paradox is basically why don't we hear signals from other planets? This formula is it. Because if you calculate this with if you calculate this, the number's pretty low. So it's like, that can happen. And we then there's the dark forest hypothesis, which is, I think, from three-body problem. I learned that through three-body problem, it's basically like don't shout out because otherwise something far more advanced could hear you and just gobble you up, which is scary. I love that some Lovecraftian horror going there. And I personally do think this is reasonable, and I don't know. Like, is there other intelligent life like this thing here until Fi? Is there one? I'm pretty certain there is. Pretty certain. But again, we don't know. But like this number, if it is higher than the number of planets that exist in the known universe, or the probability, then there is. And I do think these, I do think we know this and this. We can estimate these pretty, like these ones here, like the first three, we can estimate them pretty well. And with well, I mean, we are underestimating the shit out of these. Like there are a lot more planets than we thought, I think. There are a lot more suns than we thought. Like, for example, for a long time, we just thought there was like every star system was single star systems, but they're almost all binary. Single star systems are so rare. So we know a lot more of these factors, and only FL and FI are a mystery to us. And from FI to FC, I think you can estimate it better again, but like the mystery are FL and FI. Because these two, like if FL, then FI might be. I do think that's reasonable to assume that it's an evolutionary path every creature that lives takes, if there is enough diversity and enough paths opening up to have that as a way. Though some people argue that very, very low life forms like amoeba can survive like under high pressure and stuff, so they might actually be better adapted. Arguably, I don't know, I've heard that made. I'm not a biologist, so I can't say anything. But this FL is where everything hinges on, in my opinion. FL is where it all hinges on. What is the frequency of life developing in an Earth-like object? May it be a planet or a moon. Anyway. And also, by the way, we would need to factor in extinction events here as well. So FL and F not L or FL destroyed. That is missing here, I would argue, anyway. And I do think there's life out there. Like, I think FI at least is, like, until here it's reasonable that there's a lot. FC and FL is the problem. Can it reach us? Only if they've got... Because L is based on our understanding of the speed of light and physics, I think, these here. So if you manage like warp travel or shit like that, this becomes redundant again as well. So at least we discussed this formula at length. I don't know if you wanted that. I'm sure you did, though, because you watched this reaction from Physicist, even though quantum and not astro. But I hope that gave you some interesting food for thought. And if you disagree and have other reads of this or other arguments, I would so love to hear them. Please put them in the comments. And also don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these types of discussions. That's what we're here for. Jesus. So there's an impact crater. Wait, I'm sorry. So what's there on Venus? What is exactly that? Is that like a height map? Like, is it just a mountain from crystal shit growing from Venus's heat? Because Venus is incredibly hot. Oh, he's secretly calling Avasarala.
That melts lead.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah. So they seeded Venus. Love that.
Like a soldier on Ganymede without a suit.
Yeah. It's basically biotechnology and evolution. I absolutely love that. That was so cool, man. So it did indeed seed Venus. I was afraid of that. You were all like, yeah, but with a nuke, it would just be eradicated. No, I called this shit. It will just eat energy. Granted, if the writers wanted a nuke to destroy it, that would have happened. The writers didn't want it. The writers wanted to eat more energy. But because there's so much heat energy on Venus, like Venus is basically heat energy 1,000 super planets store XXL for these shitty protomolecules. So it's like the feast of the lifetime. So it just grows structures. That's so fucked. So fucked, man. Oh, Ganymede. No, yeah. It's a Jupiter moon. That's at least spherical. Yeah, Jupiter's in the distance. Love that shot of Jupiter.
Don't worry there, Miss Celine.
Why not?
Going on here, we just need to hide under your skin.
Oh, Celine is the moon's name, I guess, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's an awesome shot. That's such an awesome shot. Can they dock there and land, so to speak?
You continues track on every ship on Ganymede and keep your ears peeled.
And they're a stealth ship, I think so, yeah. Are they a stealth ship? I do think they're stealth. I assume they are. Okay, so what's he listening to here? Alex, what are you picking up? Oh, it's just normal stuff. I love that he just talks to his ship like a girl. That's funny. Often pilot do these in shows. It must be pretty lonely up there. Oh man, I love that shot. I love that moon's shadow over Jupiter. It's far too close. Should be ripped apart by tidal forces, but yeah. And James Holden just flies into this shit show. No, at least Earth knows what the fuck's going on.
After we land,
and the Martians do as well. It was there. Yeah.
It's perfectly normal. Business.
Okay.
Well, Lester, I'm sure we can convince them.
I don't want you doing a god.
Yeah, okay.
I know your type. You're on a crusade.
Indeed he is. What does that even mean, saving the world? Saving humanity's existence? By the way, can they scan for life forms of something like that? I don't think they can. So, Prax, will you find your daughter? Probably not this episode, but next, potentially? Oh, they are already repairing stuff. It's not that bad, it's but a scratch. Reminds me of Baltimore. That's such... Hey, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit. Do you know that meme? Isn't that in Baltimore? Oh no, that was New Jersey, was it? I don't know what city that was. Anyway. No, Cleveland, it was Cleveland. Let's go down to Cleveland. Our rivers are so polluted, all our fish evades. He saw that dude though. Let's see where this goes.
Yep. You gotta like this, boss.
Okay. Oh, they just check everything.
Skim the best. But these supplies that...
Oh, God. Yeah.
Cargo and the ship.
Okay. Yeah.
If I have to board one more ship named after some kid or...
That's such an awesome shade, though. That's basically Greek mythology. Zeus couldn't keep it in his pants.
You're funny. Most people are just scared shitless out.
Yeah. Holden saw them go in, though.
I think he had his sense of humor chemically removed.
Yeah.
Now.
He might go back in and get someone killed, though. That's not good.
All right. We have a deal.
Yeah, see, that's my... Yeah. I mean, Amos just should fucking mows him down. So who exactly were they? Were they from the station? Beltas from the station? I think they are. Or are they Ganymedians? Whatever that means.
Jesus.
What? Oh. Yeah, but she's not gonna see it like that. I don't know who she is, but I don't know. Oh, is she dead? Oh, that's bad. And Melissa, she's called Melissa. Brilliant, Melissa. Yeah, are you? How many debt do you need to pay to get peace or whatever you think you're getting? Love that she sees it firsthand now. It's an upstage from the
The cockpit's wrecked, see if you get the flight controls back up.
Yeah. This is, yeah.
Or whoever it takes to make you leave!
I mean, I get her, she's unloading on them, but come on, like... It doesn't help that she wasn't a sympathetic character. Like, this is really fucking dark. And it's it's basically the rescue ship Holden killed, but now he's there and sees the people die. So you know what I mean? It's a very nice step up from oh god, yeah, fuck you, you shit fucks. I mean, I guess fine, do that, make it end here. I can watch more soon. That's awesome. But yeah, like let's actually go through that. So either they will have a bigger role, or this is basically them upping Holden's... basically Holden's asked the question currently in the show, what would you do to save humanity? And saving humanity, by the way, is not that clear what that means here. He thinks destroying the protomolecule, but he's starting to do more and more dark things. I would argue shooting down the civilian transport or whatever it was, like the help people, that was darker. But here he saw it now. So he gets closer to his actions. I like that. Because normally they shoot bad goons. Then he fired upon that ship, but it was just a screen going black. And now he saw someone get killed through the actions he's taking here. And I like that he was a lot more taken aback here as well, I think. Might be, perhaps I misremember. But I really like that for him as a character arc. Melissa, sorry, I'm like, yeah, it's sad. I would have loved him to survive here because she was just antagonizing everyone. Like, wherever she could, she just antagonized everyone. I get it, why. Like, shit life. Only one person she loved. He's dead now. Though, by the way, and I'm going to be such an asshole, and you will probably shout at me in the comments for being an asshole here. It's fine, you can do that. But if she wanted to protect her husband, she should have been so antagonistic to everyone doing stuff. And the husband was a bit more amicable. Like, he was like, yeah, okay, take 20%. Like, he was the person, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get that she's bitter, but her bitterness was more important to her than her husband here, I think. That's how it showed. Because that's what her actions led to. Her bitterness was the thing that did her in the end, I guess. Though, like, it wasn't her fault, I know. It wasn't her fault. No way. In no way was this her fault. But, it wasn't that I say that it caused it. But the way she handled things and the way he handled things, her way was the one that would get them into this situation normally. Like, yeah, I guess I know Holden was here now and it was different, but had that been a normal Martian crew, that would have already blown up in her face. We saw that with Diogo's uncle. What happened. So she would have already been out the vent there if that was a real Martian crew and if it wasn't Holden. Holden actually, potentially, and I know I'm reaching here a bit, and I think Holden was a shitter here a bit as well, because he's like, not for what he really did, but he's going down a dark path. He has to be very, very careful what he's doing here psychologically. He's getting eaten up. He has a sunk cost fallacy going that's beyond belief. So we have some problems with him. And he's basically the hero falling currently, which I like that arc. I love it. Like, the actor sells it. The story sells it very well. Love that. Love seeing it, witnessing it. Let's see if he gets redemption or he just falls. But at least he tries to stay good, which I think in the end you have to try to stay good no matter what. And even if you fuck up, you can't give in into the darkness. You still have to try to be good. Even if other people think you're bad at evil, you still have to try to be good. That's what a good person is, you know what I mean? That's what the hero is as well, I think, here in this situation. Because you can't be like, yeah, hero always does the right thing. I think the hero is the one who, if he does the wrong thing, he still tries to do the right thing in the future and acknowledges it. So... But yeah, then like he caused this inadvertently, yes. But the way she behaved, she wasn't doing this for longer, and they would have taken her ship, and she would have probably starved. Yeah, that's what's implied, because the way that or perhaps not starved, but they would have been so miserable. But then again, you can also argue, let's take her point and steelman her, which you should do. She could now say, yeah, we would have lost the ship and the cargo, but we would have been on Ganymede, but we would have had us and we would have been together. I guess that's also the point you can take here. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's probably even like why she's so angry. Though she's also emotionally completely overrun by all chemicals firing. And like, I get her reactions. I just don't like her. It's sad what happened to her. And it's sad that the husband died, but I didn't like her. I didn't like her. It's still sad and horrifying, obviously, what happened here. It's just that's why I wasn't really emotional about this. I liked the husband, but they were a bit too side charactery, and she was a bit too antagonizing that like it did not get me on her side before really, and it did, like it didn't flesh it all out enough so I cared in the end. Like there was nothing about her where I was like, are you a good person? Why like on an emotional level, why should I empathize with you here? Like with the man I empathized. You know, it's hard to put into words here. It's weird. Like it's just my emotional state. Like I don't feel the situation. Like I feel horrified, but it was also more like one of these. It's weird. Like sometimes when I watch a show, it's like, okay, this happens, and I just see the actions. Like I see, okay, this led to this, this led to this, this led to this, and the emotional layer is lost on me a bit sometimes. And sometimes it hits really hard, like with Miller and the people, like the veterinarian like the ship Holden blew up in 2-6, that really hit me. But this was it felt staged and too small, and I didn't know them. And it was like, I see it in all other shows, something like this as well. So you know what I mean? I don't know. There was a long end. I don't know. I loved this episode. I loved the politics in this. Loved Draper. That was so awesome. Like the Earth part was so good. I loved that. Loved that. I forgot the name of the scientist. His stuff was awesome, and we now have Venus as a problem. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself till then. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos around, and don't forget to check out my web novel for free in the pinned comment. And it's a whole book for free, so read it. Anyway, take care of yourself. Bye.